I'm no Xbox fanboy, but I am an Xbox gamer. That's my primary means of playing any game for that matter for quite some time. And what really drew me to the console was Halo. In a lot of ways, it kind of got to where, well, okay, PlayStation had some good stuff going for it, but they don't have Halo, so I'm sticking with Xbox. I think that Halo fans have had a chance to have a cinematic series presented in theaters grossing billions of dollars, only to have it slip through Microsoft's hands. Let's kind of look at how they've bungled that and left us with Halo the series on Paramount Plus. I think I recall back 2007, around the launch of Halo 3. This was a massive launch for a game exclusive to a console. Now, from my own personal experience, it seemed like Halo 2 had a bigger launch, but everybody says by the numbers Halo 3 is where it's at. Microsoft's riding pretty high with this IP. Rumors started to circulate that an unknown director was going to make a Halo movie. This unknown director, Neil Blomkamp, was dropped from the production because of online troll outrage. Yeah, everybody, why couldn't they get somebody we know? Why can't we get Christopher Nolan? This is Halo, it's gonna be a big deal. Let's get Peter Jackson. Then District 9 comes out, and the prophet of regret intensifies. Things lie dormant as far as live-action production goes. Then we have Halo Nightfall 2014 releasing alongside the Master Chief Collection. Now, this is a web series, or as we now call it, a streaming series, sorta. As with many limited streaming series, this feels like a movie split up into episodes. Halo Nightfall concerns the origins of Spartan Locke, does a little bit to flesh out his backstory to get you ready for Halo 5. This is a Ridley Scott production, and overall looks pretty serviceable. It wouldn't be entirely out of place on Netflix. Unfortunately, even by the time this is released, Halo Mania has waned. We've seen a large amount of the user base going to Call of Duty, Fortnite. What are we going to do with Halo? Especially when we allow the theaters to crumble, and even Disney is looking at in-home premieres. Well, along comes Paramount Plus needing content and looking for an IP Disney doesn't own, hatches a deal out with Microsoft to give you Halo the series. With a dubious cast including Liev Schreiber's little bro, I don't really feel like we need to be seeing Master Chief without the helmet on, so expect a bit of the Mandalorian here. Hey, Jen Taylor's there as Cortana, but maybe somewhat in the flesh now. You gotta love that voice, but does that mean we don't have Steve Downes voicing the Chief? I mean, we struck gold here with iconic voices in the games, and we're not gonna use them. Oh, but Nintendo doesn't need to use the same guy to be Mario in a movie, do they? I'm aware that as of this recording, the series is not available yet. I cannot judge, I cannot review the series. I can just tell you that what could have been is a massive multimedia franchise with theatrical release movies that could have been alongside the Hunger Games, the Harry Potters. Halo is the only IP Microsoft has that could fit on the big screen. You're not going to see Microsoft Flight Simulator, the movie. But Microsoft waited too long. They walked away when fan backlash was a thing, but if Christopher Nolan did that, we never would have gotten to see Heath Ledger's Joker. And so they go limping towards Paramount Plus with what could have been Master Chief's movie franchise. To make matters worse, why is this not on an Xbox streaming service? Why has Microsoft not said, hey, Xbox Live is now a streaming service? We're going to have some movies here, we're going to have some original shows. Oh, by the way, you like Halo? Sign up for Xbox Live, you got Halo, the series. There you go. This little extra incentive of yet another streaming service you have to have could be enough to get non-Xbox gamers to sign up for Xbox Live. And if you want to push it, go beyond, you need Xbox Live Gold to view the movies, the original shows, series. Okay, fine. Use it to push Game Pass Ultimate. You sign up for Game Pass Ultimate, you also get the streaming service. Microsoft has a weird way of not necessarily being on the bleeding edge. Bleeding edge. They don't really lead the way with tech. They adjust late to the game. Looking at you, Zune. But because they're big enough to weather the storm and sometimes direct the tide, Microsoft can get by. It's strange to think that Apple and Amazon want a streaming service, and here's one of their brethren, Microsoft, not inclined to pick up the streaming content helmet. Wouldn't it behoove Microsoft to say, buy Netflix? There's a shake and bake 100 million user plus service, and the stigma of the direct to Netflix movie is not what it used to be. Perhaps under Microsoft's ownership, maybe Netflix could have been a great avenue to release Halo live action material. Now, I'm just shocked that Microsoft is willing to lend out Master Chief like this. What's next? We get to see Halo Infinite eventually released for the PS5, so we can gouge that PlayStation base with microtransactions for mundane character customization.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.